boy. So we have 5 rookies here in the RLCS this season, and we've seen 4 of them, and now we are going to see 1 more. There's only 1 left to see have his debut. That is iGNITE. We will see him play here on the Envy roster. Envy, the Fallen Giants, former world champs, had to win in promotion relegation tournament last season just to stay in the RLCS. So will they make a change here in Season 5?
I mean, that's the question, how is iGNITE going to affect this team? For a team and roster that had pretty much an abysmal Season 4 with the Champions Curse that James mentioned, but they were able to stay alive in that promo relegation where they considerably played better. Shooting percentages went from like 22% or something like that up to like the above average 36. So had a huge bounce back momentum change, but still trying to find that key piece of the puzzle. Hopefully iGNITE will be that for them.
We will see how things pan out in their first match here of the Rocket League Championship Series Season 5 for Europe, and it looks like we will be changing a few things here before we get going, so we can keep talking about iGNITE. The question for me, we had some good performances yesterday.
Right.
I want to see how his performance stacks up against the other people, but we've also, or there's the other rookies, other people. There's a lot of people playing. PSG, we saw them play earlier today. We heard them talking about on the desk. They had some major struggles with just shooting and accuracy. It looked like Fair in particular was struggling. You heard him on Twitter saying that he was struggling. Do you think that they've gotten their nerves out and we're going to see a different PSG here in match number 2 for them?
I mean, I would assume so. They're a team that's always been able to kind of collect themselves in those key moments. Obviously, for me, it's been more so Bluey. Bluey has had issues with the mental game. I think he gets really down on himself and takes that frustration out on his teammates sometimes. And because of that, they have difficulties coming back. Now that he's played more or less a support role for the team where he's not going for as flashy plays and he's kind of setting his teammates up a little bit better, I think that actually helps him out. He doesn't feel like the weight of the world is on his shoulders, and he's able to just kind of balance it out and put that carry back on his team. Because in reality, they had a lot of good plays in that first series. The shots were there. It's just a little bit lower.
Yeah, it felt like both teams had their fair share of mistakes. We saw Excel making mistakes on the defense, just whiffing past the ball and then have open nets to shoot at. And then we saw PSG having open nets to shoot at and hitting crossbars instead. So that match was crazy because of
it. Was super exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting down to the end. I mean, we had, it's an early day here.
It woke us up.
I'm sitting there on the couch, I don't have to cast for the first 2 series, but I'm watching the games and I'm kind of nodding off a little bit. But I was awake by the end of that. It was a crazy series indeed.
Yeah, it was funny because the other TV was like a little bit ahead, so you hear Quinn yelling from her own room, and then it like echoes into our room. We're like, okay, we get it. We're awake.
Like, why are they yelling? Oh, wait, we know. Oh, my goodness, they did it. But yes, so PSG have their warm-up game. We'll see how they play against MV here. Thoughts about iGNITE and maybe how he fits into this roster? He's taking the place of Greasy Meister, a also former world champion player from Flipside back in Season 2. So a strong roster that they decided to remove a player from and put a brand new player on. How does iGNITE fit in?
I mean, it's difficult because we haven't really seen much. Obviously, their DreamHack experience did not go that well at Leipzig. They were out very, very quickly. But as for iGNITE, it's tough to give anything without just going back to what we do know, and that's his rival series stats. He was the best performing player in the rival series, absolutely dominant in almost every single category. It's just a matter, can he transition that against the big boys? Obviously, we talk about EU depth and how strong everybody is, and we did see that in the rival series play-ins last week, but it's a different story. I think it is an unknown, and we're trying to answer that here. I just simply can't give you an answer because I just don't know. We haven't seen anything that's going to tell us if he is or not.
Yeah, for real. It's the first week. We've seen 4 pretty excellent debuts from rookies, and we saw Yukio in the last match getting his first goal for Flipside.
Right.
His team overall struggled, but you can't put that all upon him. The whole roster had a few issues there. We saw Mystic and Cookser also making mistakes. So how will iGNITE have his debut match go? We'll get into it here in just a moment. It'll be great.
Yeah, it should be exciting between that and the bounce back of PSG to see if they can bounce back from that rough start at the beginning. For them, pretty simple. Just aim a little bit lower, and they should be good to go.
We are now in the match finally. PSG in the blue, Envy in the orange. The best of 5. So you see Devo here in the corner. Shalstet with pressure. And iGNITE, the rookie there, passing up to Devo. Looking to play it into the corner. Has the ball in PSG territory, gets a demolition. iGNITE takes a shot. He'll finish it off. Similar to Yukio here. First goal for Envy will go to the rookie.
Hopefully not similar ending result for him, but a good start. Just a quick touch inside and then a demo coming out. Able to follow up his own touch. No pressure on him there. Best way for him to get it going.
4:32 left to go. Envy now with the first goal. We'll see how PSG responds. PSG hoping to tighten things up from their performance at the beginning of the day. Farah moves into the middle. Ignite back for Envy. Bluey now out in the middle. Farah airborne. Small double commit. 2 players here in the corner for PSG. Bluey falling back. Shalset rotates over, picks up ball control and has the ball in the corner again, pinching it off the ground. Ignite will play it high, but Bluey with a soft touch drops it in. Beautiful placement there from Bluey, and it's a tie game.
Really weird situation here on defense. Ignite facing backwards for the last 10 seconds. Just couldn't read what Remco was going to do up on that wall. Remco definitely needed to come down and challenge that just so the rotations could have been a little bit cleaner. Simple mistakes here early on, but hopefully those get ironed out as we progress.
Bluey rocking the new Stormwatch decal, which is my new favorite. A demolition on Farah in net will go completely unusable as the clear came through from the rest of PSG. Devo with the loft. Ignite with the shot. Shalset sends it away and now looks to transition. PSG moving it down the field quickly and methodically. Back out to Farah, shot towards net. Both goalies over to the side. They both up a bit, but no follow-up pressure here for PSG.
Still a good start in the right direction. Even though the shots may not be the most creative, they are applying pressure to the net, and they are on net. Start simple, get complicated as we progress.
Remco to Ignite. Now over to Devo, the team passing play. Farah picks up middle boost. Devo now back down the field. Shalset into his own corner. Semi creates pressure. Ignite back into the corner again. Just lofting the ball over and over again. So Remco will put this onto the backboard. Farah can easily play it away. There was no pressure, no follow-up from Envy just yet, but there again off it. Nobody followed up the second play onto the backboard, and Ignite scores his second goal.
Again, defensive mistakes coming out from PSG. Just everybody sitting there not sure what to do. A little bit too late. Blue is in the right position on that far post, tries to jump across, but the preemptive shot a little bit too difficult halfway through match number 1.
Yep.
PSG up by 2.
PSG trailing by 1.
Trailing by 1.
You know, up by 2, trailing by 1, close.
Colors,
same
man.
thing.
Usually envies the blue colors.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Ignite now wrapping this around the corner, follows his own touch, kind of zones out Devo, and Shalset will be able to play it over the top, but he concedes ball control to Remco, and Envy will hold on to ball control for the moment. Pass back into the midfield. Ignite gets the dunk in front of the box. Farah will take this one away from Shalset. Not the cleanest defensive rotations. It's part of why Envy was able to get that second goal. And here it's plaguing them again. This time a little bit of a slow pace of the last goalie, and nobody rotating him back behind him. Remco's going to score a third goal for Envy.
Still second one in a row. Great pass inside to that teammate who's up there waiting. Good shot from Remco, the captain of this team, just trying to instill confidence in the rest of his teammates.
And the problems we saw from PSG earlier in the day seem to be continuing here. They need to figure out what the change, make some adjustments, especially on defense. Oh, and another drop in Ignite. A hat trick here in his first game in RLCS.
Beautiful patience as well on this back end. Coming all the way from the midfield on this one. Just taking his time, waiting for that opportunity. We talked about that as well last series, about how Yukio didn't need to do anything special, just needed to stay a little bit patient, let the other two play. In that circumstance, he was the only one able to go for that. Makes his play, makes it count.
Now 4 goals for Envy here in their debut game. Ignite wrapping this around, putting it in. No follow-up from Envy, and why send it, really? You have a 3-goal lead. Just keep defensive rotations, keep midfield rotations really clean, and then push up when you have the opportunity. Here again, another pressure. Shalset able to clear. Now Remco on the wall, past Bluey. Shalset turns around, looks to pass it back up, but Devo will leave it for Ignite. Now Remco holding on to ball control. Looking over the top of 2. Are you kidding me? This placement, it looked to me like it was going to hit the back wall, but no, look at this shot.
Great control by Remco in that midfield, just slowing it down with that trap. If no one's going to pressure him, why not take that time? Traps it in the midfield and uses a power shot, perfectly placed top right. What a great start for the debut of Envy here.
4-goal lead. And only conceded 1 so far. Ignite. They'll pick this up, play it back down towards the box again. With 48 seconds left, it's looking like it's all Envy here in game number 1. PSG needing to find some adjustments for game 2, or they're going to be looking at a 0-2 start to Season 5 league play.
Mentioned that yesterday, the detrimental aspect of what that can do, but a good bounce back and a little bit of a confidence goal for PSG. You just see them working that midfield. That's something they've been great at so far today. Is just they haven't been able to maintain that. Just a quick shot right on target. There's nobody there to follow it up.
One thing I've seen well from PSG is pressuring the goal, forcing the other team, the team they're playing against, whether it's Envy or Excel today, to not make mistakes in goal.
And that's that same thing too for Envy. Something like that can be easily negated as long as he just takes a touch and plays it to the outside. Devo played that straight back into the midfield, makes it an easy shot for Envy.
Remco to Devo, 15 seconds remaining. Still creating pressure, but this one is basically over at this point. 3 goals in 8 seconds, going to be quite the monumental feat for PSG. And they're still looking for some pressure. Again, maybe just the morale boosters. The last second goal would have been nice, but Envy takes game number 1. PSG will have to look out, have to find a way to bounce back. They've now played 5 games of RLCS and only taken 1.
Well, you said it well. Ignite with a hat trick coming out in his first match in RLCS.
7 shots, too. 7 shots, an assist, 2 saves, 3 goals. Quite the monumental stats there for your first game.
You know, they were looking for someone that could be that early aggressor. Now that Greasy is out, you know, it's kind of what Greasy did, is he got his face in the way and just tried to create something for his opportunities that he was given. But for Ignite, I mean, he's doing everything on his own. Obviously, yeah, the support is there on the backside, but still, great start for him. It's just a matter of can he maintain that now for the rest of the series as PSG is going to try to bounce back.
Yeah, the playmaker from Devo. Devo, a player who's known for being a great scorer. He's become quite the strong support as well. He had 2 saves as well, holds the record for most saves in a game, and I think he set that record by breaking his own record. The guy is a monster on defense here. So getting 3 assists here, supporting Ignite all the way. Great to see this team clicking right now, a team that we have had a lot of questions about coming into the season.
Yeah, for me, there is a couple issues that they are plaguing them. Their shot accuracy was the worst it's ever been in RLCS history at like 19.8% last season. They're still having a couple of those issues where the shots just aren't correct, where they're a little bit off target. Obviously, right now it's been okay because PSG's defense has been a little bit shaky where they're able to clean it up, but I'd like to see those a little bit better. The ones that they have had, though, like Remco's top right, perfect shot. Stuff like that is going to set them far.
Game number 2, PSG needing to find something here in RLCS. The game has not been going in their favor, and a lot of it's been at their own mistakes. They've been creating the situation for themselves. It's fair now. A boomer down the field, but Remco easily picks this up, and he'll connect with Devo. Devo now looking for a goalie. Shawset coming off the wall. He'll connect with Ignite. Shawset now to Bluey. The flick up onto the backboard, a demolition onto a goalie, and Devo will miss. Farah able to put it through. Excellent offense there from PSG.
Best offense in RLCS, 2.35 goals per game, and a lot of it just has to do with the way they control that offense. Every single aspect is covered, and if it's not, there's going to be someone else that's going to remove that defender to make it even easier. Great start here, game number 2 for PSG.
This is exactly what they needed. They've been struggling on the offense in particular. So getting that early goal, we'll see if they can hold on to it here. The big question would be, how does Envy respond? You see Devo looking for demolitions on the back line. He found Farah, but the front line of PSG will keep that from mattering. So Ignite will go up to Devo. Then back down to Ignite. Interrupted by Shawset, but now Devo lofting it. Remco with a shot, and Ignite with the redirect. It'll go in, tie game.
What a play from Ignite to get involved on that one as well. Remco had a beautiful touch, and it was on target. But to have the awareness to realize, okay, there is someone coming in on defense, I need to make a touch, right on the money.
3:57 left here in game number 2. It's 1 goal apiece. Shawset airborne. PSG moving up on offense. Stevo drops us in front of his own box and then continues to carry it out to midfield. Back and forth. As iGnite will take another shot. This one cleared by Bluey. So they had slowly kept that ball in the air and just moved it upwards so they had more and more space to shoot. But defended by PSG. They'll stay tied up for now.
Difficulty of it, though, is despite being able to make that save, very low on boost other than Farah. Need to find a way to move it downfield and have an opportunity here.
Farah trying to do it all by himself. Remco will play it to the side. For PSG, the long court carry there. Shawset now coming off the ceiling. He'll lose control of the ball. iGnite and Devo will tag team it. Now Remco coming in again onto the backboard. Farah to clear it away. Shawset up. Devo in with pressure. And now Farah back down. Bluey trying to play through Remco with the read. He'll have it all the way onto the backboard again. Shawset sends it over to the corner where Bluey is waiting. Try to play it over the top of iGnite and does so. All the way across midfield. Remco in that back line, clearing it back again. Shawset demoed in net. Farah's got the save, and he'll play it all the way down. Can Bluey possibly get there before Remco? Not going to happen today.
Right idea, though. Contest in the midfield, able to play that back out. It's been interesting watching Bluey play this more passive role, trying to set up his teammates, but as they gain confidence, he does switch it back on. He gets a little bit more aggressive. He's not afraid to challenge.
He was getting physical there in the midfield, almost opening up a shot for his team. This one off the crossbar, no contact. Farah in to try and take the shot, but Remco to steal it away. Now iGnite, lofting. Devo moving up. Trying to connect, but Bluey and him both missing. I think both expect the other to touch it. Bluey will pick up the shot from Farah. Redirected towards the net. This one saved away by Remco. He's been doing a good job on the back line here in game 2.
Good job taking some boost on that back end too before he ends up backing off. But still, no real winner so far when it comes to the possession game. Seems to be pretty even. Oh,
Farah with a shot. Can iGnite get there? It just bounces off the post. You gotta be hurting for PSG on that one. Not at all what you want to see when you have the opportunity to take that shot. But MV will breathe a sigh of relief. Will stay tied up right now. I mentioned Remco on the back line. He's at 4 saves right now already. MV having to do quite a bit of defense here in game number 2. iGnite and Devo both in the corner. Devo's still not in a great position. But he manages to block the initial shot. Bluey now looking for a setup, gets it past Remco and drops it into the box. iGnite doesn't know what to do, backs into it and creates an own goal.
Just because he's moved to a more passive playstyle doesn't mean he can't do it all on his own. Beautiful control from Bluey to play that down, catching iGnite completely off guard. Putting them up by 1 and a great time to do it.
I mean, it was a really rough situation either way. Another PSG player was waiting outside the box to take the shot if iGnite didn't somehow find an immediate clear. So even if he had an own goal, it was still bad news bears there for Envy. But iGnite taking a shot. This one defended, but 2 players had to commit to the side. Does Envy have any response after the double commit? Doesn't look like it. Blue will lose ball control. Remco back into the corner. Shawset trying to play it away as Farah sits in net. Another shot comes in from iGnite. Upper 90 immediately redeems himself.
What a response as well from Envy. It's just a matter of Shawset trying to... Looks like he wanted to pinch that off that back wall, so it played and rocketed out to the right. But it ends up settling perfectly for this Envy offense.
And the defense of PSG was still a muck from that initial double commit. They were still kind of sorting themselves out, but Farah was grounded in net, ready to go. He just had no immediate support, so the placement of the shot from iGnite, very important. 118 kilometers per hour, straight into the corner. Very difficult shot to defend. And now another tie game here in game number 2. 30 seconds remaining. Getting into silver goal territory. Shawset will look for the tap, gets it out to Farah. The defense isn't quite in place. Remco's been doing a lot, but he won't get this one. The lead's back for PSG.
Beautiful setup by Shawset. Before that even hits the wall, he's preemptively up for that, making sure no one else on defense can get that touch. Beautiful pass back out, even if he doesn't get the shot. PSG back in 4th with this Envy squad.
And Devo getting into the mix as well. They're on defense. It looked like Remco most likely wasn't going to have the save either way. Still not what you want to see there from MV. Oh, and the shot from Remco. This one a bit high. iGnite coming in as well. But Farah holds on, gets a savior medal at the point when his team needed it most. Now PSG wrapping it back into the box. They just got to hold on here, keep this one away, put it on the ground. iGnite's got to keep it up, and he hasn't done so. Remco's got to help him. And Blue will let this one touch. PSG finds a way to respond and gets game 2 off of MV.
What was a battle back and forth between these two squads, just trying to find a way to equalize. PSG finally pulls ahead because of the heads-up play from Chaussette, a player that, in my opinion, could have easily been the MVP last season with his performance and what he does, but this touch from Bluey, able to pop this one up, gets it past Remco with another one, and then slight, subtle touches to play that straight down.
You saw Farah there on the edge of the screen. He's just sitting there like a shark waiting.
Even if ignite gets a good touch on that, he's in trouble.
He's just waiting. You know, ignite sees him too, and he's like, oh dear, no, this ball's coming down straight on top of me. This is unfortunate. But you really can't even blame ignite in this particular game. It was a one-goal game, so that one's got to hurt, but still playing very, very excellent here is ignite, having a great debut performance. It's still a one-goal game, nearly went to overtime. You know, I would say PSG is not out of the woods on this one yet. They haven't figured out Envy. Envy could easily still take this series.
Yeah, very reminiscent of their first series where they lost the first one, able to battle back in the second. Now it's just a matter of can they maintain that pressure. Their offense has been good. That hasn't been an issue. The shots are much more accurate now this time around. It's just a matter of, for Envy, is it going to be able to, okay, first time you're handling adversity, obviously it's just starting off, the feelers are out. What are you going to do to make sure that you can really take this to another approach?
Well, we will see who's able to get the advantage. Be the first 2 games here, our best of 5. Will happen here on game 3. 14 shots from Envy there in game number 2. Whew. Quite a lot put towards the net, but not a analogous number of saves from PSG. So there's a little bit of accuracy needing to be tightened up there. Devo to carry this out. It's the initial contact, initial possession in favor of PSG, and they're holding on to it for right now. Ball not quite making it into the blue just yet. Chaussette now off the ceiling. Louis rotates back, making space for Farah. Remco keeps it on the wall, keeps it away from the midfield. Louis now back down. His shot is wide. Ignite will just look to play it away. Chaussette now airborne. Devo steals it from him. And now Ignite up into the blue corner. We'll get to see Envy on offense here.
Good to see how confident Remco's touches have been. That second touch he had on that wall, absolutely crucial. There was a Farah waiting in the midfield. He was able to keep that hug to the wall as a shot comes in.
Oh, double commit on the goalie. Chaussette's got to buy time. He does so, and Farah's able to get the clear. Excellent recovery from PSG, and now up on offense. Chaussette tries to get it past Ignite, but he's able to block it. Devo will counter Farah in the air. And we'll see him look for the counterattack. Shot towards net. It's a bit wide. He'll get a clear Bluey after Bluey makes the contact. Chaussette and Farah easily handle the ball with minimal pressure there from Envy. Now Bluey taking a shot towards the goal, and be Ignite with the save.
PSG doing a good job on both offense and defense with physical play. Not afraid to cut these guys up just a little bit as they rotate back as a shot from Bluey, showing the prowess up in the air.
The bounce shot. We've seen this a few times yesterday, and it comes out here again. Great pass from Chaussette, and the lack of a backboard presence there from Envy means that Bluey can just take the shot as he sees it, as he's able to read it coming off of Chaussette there. Excellent placement gives PSG the lead. 3:29 left to go here in game number 3. Devo keeping it on the midfield line. Bluey will play it into the orange corner. Ignite's touch puts it in front of the box, but then the touch is from Remco all the way back down the blue midfield line, straight down the center. They're looking for Ignite, and net doesn't find him. Ignite will be able to put it back out to midfield. He's the first to find it as well. There's a lot of space given by PSG in the midfield there. Chaussette now moving up 50-50 with Remco's neutral over to the side. Ignite now looking for Remco, trying to take a shot towards the net, but it's way wide. It was nearly to the corner. Devo up in the first roll, falls back, allows Chaussette to gain ball control, plays it to Ignite. Farah, again, just prowling in front of the box. See it lofted it high, just waiting to see what Devo did. PSG slowly getting more and more ball control around here in midfield. Ignite's touch over to the side, gives a pass over to Remco. Shot towards net, defended by Farah. Chaussette will rotate in behind him. Pressure for Farah. And the one roll, open net, but Chaussette can't take the shot. Now Remco and Bluey meeting. Past halftime here, still the 1-goal lead for PSG. So there's been good rotations on both sides, but no immediate aggression.
Many reasons why Envy was able to dominate game number 1 was their ability to utilize the space they were given. It's now 3 clears in a row where they're just booming it back downfield. Part of it was Remco just trapping the ball, keeping it to himself for a little bit, and creating opportunities for his team. They just haven't really done that since.
Shawset up onto the backboard and Devo over to the side. Farah plays it back into the mid. Remco's there. We're not seeing either team really gain consecutive touches at the moment. A well-defended ball as Farah tried to pick up a pass from Bluey. Devo's got it away, now back into the blue corner. You see his Shawset, then iIgnite, then Shawset again, then Remco. When you're seeing teams alternating touches like that, oftentimes it becomes difficult to create any real strong offensive plays without a mistake. There's one from Remco, though, and Bluey will be able to take advantage of it. He just lofts it right in front of him, and he'll shoot the goal.
Seems to be what it is right now. Two teams just trying not to make mistakes, and as soon as that first one's played out in the middle, this PSG team sitting there waiting to strike. Bluey's not going to miss that one anytime soon.
Well done, a 2-goal lead now for PSG with a minute left to go. And they hold on. Get 2 games in a row. Remco over to the side. Bluey with the loft. Burning time off the clock definitely favors PSG here. Bluey plays it up. Remco, can he make the shot? He doesn't make contact, just lets the ball roll as the defense was all amuck on the rotation. Another follow-up here from iIgnite, but Shawset's got the save, sends it high, and now Bluey with so much space, he can just dribble that straight down, gets it past Devo, looks to get it past Remco as well, onto the backboard. He's got so much space, and this is where he's the most deadly. They nearly get that one in. iIgnite makes the save, but the defense is not going to win them the game. 20 seconds left. They need a goal right now. They want to be able to equalize. And that clear from Farah, moving it all the way back down the field, nearly secures the game.
Bunch of time wasted on that play. Had a chance to put it back within 1. They had all the right mechanics to make it happen. Even iIgnite covering that back post, waiting for a pass, and it just never came.
They had pressure on PSG in their own half, and then they just backed off, gave Bluey ball control by himself with the ball just loose on his hood. And he says, this is where I thrive. I've got a 2-goal lead. I don't have to worry. I just got to just try and dribble some players here. He gets it all the way nearly onto the post. They nearly score a third goal there. The clear comes through. They get it back down the field, but at that point, the game is basically over. PSG, well done. 2 games in a row, and they can secure it here in Game 4.
Yeah, really solidified that offense we were worried about. How are these shots going to come in? And every single time so far, the shots have been right on the target. And a lot of it has to do with the charge of Blue. We talked about how he was supposed to play this passive, less selfish play, and he's been doing that, but he's still able and fully capable of making those individual plays.
Well, we saw at the beginning of this game, PSG starting off with strong offensive pressure. They hold on to the ball. They kept it over and in the orange half for a great deal of time, and they were able to do that consistently throughout this game. Just keep the pressure on Envy in their half. There's 7 shots from PSG to 1 from Envy. They struggled just to get the ball into the box at all.
Yeah, a lot of it just had to do, like I mentioned, with clearing the ball out. They were able to do it, but it's because that's what PSG actually wanted. They were allowing them that space, and as soon as they gave it, you have 3 people now on defense able to just push back as a full unit, and that difficulty that it creates for this team of Envy to try to sustain anything on offense, part of the reason why they only had 1 shot.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be getting into game number 4 and see which team is able to... Will we move into Game 5, or will we have a win here from PSG in Game 4? Have we had Game 5 today? I don't think we have. No.
Nope.
I feel like that's
3-1, a sweep, and now we're here.
Yeah, I think that's right. So we will see. We get a Game 5 here in Europe. PSG was trying to send us here. They were on Utopia. This map right here trying to get us to Game 5 against Excel. It came up just short in overtime. Now, in the inverse position, looking to finish it off.
Obviously don't want to be the ones going 0-2 first week.
Remco off the backboard. Trying to find iIgnite. This one dropping down. Devo up. He'll play it onto the backboard. This should drop down. Comes off a bit farther than he was expecting, and the defense was present. Bluey with a flick past Remco. Farah into the corner. Shawset looking for an opportunity. He'll pick this one up. Just didn't like what he saw, and he hung on for just a second. No immediate shot there from Shawset, but the pressure continuing here from PSG, picking up where they left off in Game 3.
I love that Bluey's working that solo play upfield before they have that lead. It's just one more thing this team of Envy has to worry about on defense. Someone needs to go out and challenge him, though, way sooner, but it's...
So close. Devo puts it back in, and Remco will finish it off. Started with a brilliant shot from Ignite that was just wide. With a 4-man play here on the 3-man roster. Well done by Envy.
Would have been demoralizing if they didn't get that one in, but that last second touch as well completely killed the momentum of the ball right in front of the net. Beautiful setup for Team Envy. Way to smash it in.
Yeah, the brilliant counterattack just flew down the field. PSG had to scramble on defense. Pressure was just too much. Now 3:43 left to go. PSG back on offense. Been here time and time again. For how much pressure they've been able to create. The last game, we said they had 7 shots, only 2 goals to show for it. So they've been able to create pressure, but actually transitioning that and capitalizing on it, making goals out of it. It's been hard to come by.
Yeah, a lot of those shots were kind of frugal that they put up, but they kind of went into this kill the clock mentality towards that last bit. They didn't want to make mistakes. It's kind of been what the story has been between these two teams so far, is just try to minimize as many mistakes, as PSG was plagued by them in the first series of the day.
Farah got demoed out in Envy's territory. Actually kind of works out in his favor. Spawns him back onto the defense as he and Bluey had double committed and left Chaussette alone. PSG having to play extended defense here. Long clear there from Farah. With Chaussette demoed. Blue's just going to look to buy some time. No pressure there from Envy. They hang back. And here they come. And Ignite towards the net. Blue with the easy clear. Now Chaussette into the corner. Played back out by Remco. Bluey. The ball was a little bit too close to the wall. Wasn't able to immediately pop it back into the orange. Has to play it into his own corner. Stevo flicks one. Chaussette. Be able to play it back away. Now into the box. Farah looking to connect with Bluey. Pass will fall short and Devo picks it up. Interceptions galore here for Envy. So they're constantly shutting down the transition game of PSG. 1:59 left to go. They're holding on to a 1-goal lead. Game 5 looking more and more likely.
Just trying to show a little bit more confidence here. They recognize PSG has the ability to score at just about any moment. Need to create a little bit of a buffer as a demo on the goalie trying to come out. Make something happen.
Oh, Devo with a great pass to drop it down in front of the box. It's Farah and Bluey again on the double commit. Chaussette needs to buy some time here. Gets an excellent touch. Pops it up. He can continue this one. Plays it towards the goal. It's a bit high. Needs some help here from Farah. Nearly puts it in, but the defense holds on, and Devo gets the clear before Bluey can finish it off. The pressure from PSG still on. But for now, they're looking like they might be out of the woods. A close one there. Set up by Bluey. Chaussette working together. It's Farah now. Down the field. Ignite. His touch goes straight out to Bluey. Devo will play it away. Bluey was looking for the read. Now Farah, more pressure. 1 minute left to go. He's looking for the demolition on Devo and doesn't find it. Chaussette shot. Man, that's a hard thing to say. Chaussette's shot. Yeah, say that 5 times fast, chat. Nope. Devo now through the air. 45 seconds left on the clock. And still the 1-goal deficit. PSG has to make this happen right now. They're running out of time. Bump on Ignite. Chaussette down into the middle. Blue looking for the shot, but 2 goalies in place. They both come in outwards, and Farah possibly could make a shot happen here. But look at Remco just buy so much time in that corner. His teammates have plenty of time to sort themselves out. Now ball control, while it's in their own half, seems very decidedly in Envy's favor. 18 seconds left. A lot of space given by PSG as they back off. They look to pick up boost. This gives so much time for the read game from Envy, and a demolition onto Bluey. Just make this so much easier. Devo popped it over 1. Remco's shot towards net will go in. The nail in the coffin here in Game 4. We'll be seeing Game 5.
Absolute dominant play here by Devo. That demo just giving him all the time in the world to set up his teammate, as Remco just waits aside, waiting for his opportunity, and gives him that buffer goal we were talking about. Game 5, all but certain.
Just have to wait for the clock to tick down here. As soon as it hits 0, we will have absolutely Game 5 in the books. Team Envy taking wins in games 1 and 4. Now it all comes down to this.
It's part of the issue they had last season, just no ability to really bounce back. Once they got down, they were pretty much out. But for them to come back with a dominant performance, it just seems to be that no team is really willing to, I guess, go over the top with it. Obviously, PSG maintains a lot of offense, but still nothing I guess, risky in their play, I would say.
Yeah, interesting line here is you see iGnite on the bottom of the scoreboard for Envy, the quietest game we've seen from him so far. And actually Remco doing the scoring and Devo still setting them up. So a little bit of a return to the old roster here, Remco and Devo making some plays. And iGnite fitting into a different role. Interesting to see that he's been pretty loud in the first 3 games. That went kind of both ways for Envy and for PSG, but here having a pretty quiet game, very decidedly in Envy's favor.
Yeah, certain teams take different sides on that aspect when you have a newer player coming in. Is some will either just say, hey, do whatever you want and we'll support you, we'll take care of it as the veterans, and then some do the complete opposite where they're like, just hang back, don't make any mistakes, just chill, we'll take care of you in that aspect. So it's interesting to see the differences and how they've been doing it. As for iGnite, he's got kind of a taste of both, where at the beginning they're like, yeah, go crazy, man, do whatever you want. Transitioning back the other way. I would like to see him up in that forward role. He seems to be a lot better on offense, kind of driving that charge.
We'll see what he does here in Game 5. On Champions Field, it all comes down to this one. We'll see how they approach kickoff. Both teams opting for the cheat up. The ball will end in the Envy corner. Remco down the field. Farah over the side, Remco demoed in front of his own net. Bluey will take a shot towards the goal, but iGnite's got it, sends it away. Farah high, Bluey. Back down the pitch. Shawset misses up high. This will open up some space for Envy. 2 players actually miss. Now Farah over. Shawset demoed in his own half. Dangerous situation for PSG. Pressure could come through. Remco will put this one a bit high. Farrell played over to the side and Shawset rotates in underneath. The pressure's still on for Envy. Looking to continue where they left off in game number 4. See if they can keep the pressure on. Another shot from iGnite. This one pitched away by Bluey and Shawset's got to help. Sends it away. Ball spending so much time here in the blue as Envy just continues to keep this midfield pressure on.
And Devo, their names on the banners as a beautiful pass play from PSG. What a shot!
Absolutely, just critical counterattack here. Bluey dropping it beautifully. Shawset gives him the whole net to shoot at, just puts it straight in. That is PSG with a lead.
Earlier this week, Bluey put out a tweet, I want to be a world champ one day. This game could be the first step towards that goal.
He gets a pass down to Shawset. Quite the pretty goal to watch. Fair now passing over to Bluey on the corner. He'll carry this one along himself. He's got Farah moving up in the 2 roll, now airborne. It's a demolition on to Devo. Shawset will get a flick over the front line offense here for Envy. Looking to pass now. Nobody really set up in net for Envy still. iGnite a little confused. Remco will look to help bail out his teammate. Moves it into the corner, just buy some time. And now iGnite able to approach a much more standard ball. See them play this one back out to midfield. Devo with the win. 3 minutes left. PSG now out to midfield again. Devo trying to play it through. Gets it over to Remco before being demolished. Remco looking to do it all by himself, but Bluey's in the way. PSG holding on to the 1-goal lead for now. Cizo sends that one away. Indeed. iGnite now with the Savior medal. It just keeps on happening.
Can we get one more?
I don't know. Maybe. There goes Bluey into the corner here. 5 players here tight in the corner. Now Farah coming in, but iGnite gets it away, and Devo misses the ball. He probably could have taken a clean shot. Completely open net there. Didn't quite happen. Pressure still on for Envy.
Difficulty for Devo there. Absolutely no boost. He just wanted to flip into it as soon as that landed so he could launch one on the net. He recognized it was there. Just not able to get the touch he's looking for.
2:04 left on the clock. Envy yet to score here in Game 5. Shawset will find a demolition in midfield. Farah moves up to create more pressure. iGnite spawning in right behind Devo. Creates a double commit situation they have to sort out. Farah missing on the wall, now Bluey in. See Shawset up into the corner. Remco down to Devo. This one intercepted by Farah. Open net. He'll look for the pass from Bluey. Off the backboard. Remco's got it away. Defense holding on right now for Envy. The pressure, an excellent shot. Oh my goodness. It didn't even, from the auto cam angle, it didn't even look like he redirected it, but look at this play. Shaw set to Bluey in the midfield. Brilliant pass, and that's a 2-goal lead for PSG.
For Bluey to get that angle as well, coming across the pitch and back towards the net. Such a good play as well. These guys just not leaving any options for Envy. Just making sure to check to the ball as quickly as possible. Envy on the offense.
And important, that second goal, making this much more difficult for Envy as time's starting to run out. They need this one here, and it's shut down by Bluey. Got the drag race, but it looks like Devo might get there in time. He does. Gets it away from the corner. Now carrying it alongside Remco. They need this second. They need this first goal. Envy needs to get on the board so they have the ability to play into 0-second time. But the saves on both sides. So much defense being played. Blue will get this one back around the corner. Fair looking for the clear. Devo up onto the wall. Here comes Remco. Again, neutral. The 50-50 game. PSG's doing an excellent job keeping Envy from advancing, but now Remco back down to Devo. Shot on target, and it will go in. 1-goal game now. So we have 28 seconds left.
Phenomenal pass play coming out. All started up with Ignite. Everybody getting involved. But even Ignite just being in front of the net there, something you have to respect his presence of mind. 30 seconds left. They have a chance.
See if they can do it. Send us to overtime. It's not a good start. Shaw says just got to play the mind games with Remco, but Remco's not going to fall for it. Gets it over to Ignite. Excellent defense to keep their hopes alive. But the pressure's still on. PSG sending a shot downtown. It's just a bit above the goal. Now Shaw set. Playing it back. Bluey dropping it into the box. The pressure is still on. Devo has to get a long clear, and Envy needs the full court carry to tie this one up. PSG's keeping the pressure on, and there's a bump onto Ignite, opening up some space, and Bluey will just drop it onto the ground. PSG takes it in 5 games.